Lost People. It's Dave with Lost Forms Homestead. We're at the Homestead in town right now, in Arizona. It is very hot right now. Our power is off. Power's off, but the batteries are charged, so we're gonna make a video right now. So I apologize in advance for the sweat and the bad lighting. So, alright, we didn't really have a chance to do a whole lot of work this weekend. We just had a bunch of things going on and you know, cost of materials and everything, so we didn't get a whole lot of stuff done this weekend. As far as work around the house, I had to fix my truck, I had to start her out, so that was kind of a pain. But I figured today what we would do is a video for how to get home after an event. So I work probably about 60 miles from where we live in town. We're pretty far out of town right now, but where I work at is in town, and if some kind of an event happened in town, I would need to get home. So I'm not really too concerned about if something happened and I was here at the house. We have things in place for that, and we have networks set up around the area where we're at. Friends, family, we have people out here, so we would group together and we have a plan for that. So the concern that I have is if something happened and I was in town at the time at work, so then I would have to get myself home. So it's kind of what this is. So the plan. All right, so first things, if something did happen, plan one would be to get in my truck and drive home. Now, luckily, most of the drive home for me is highway. I don't have a lot of in-town driving to do. I just pretty much get on the freeway and drive home. So, and it's actually highway. It's not like main freeway, not in town kind of stuff. So it's around the outskirts. So I do have that going for me. But a lot of times in situations when things go bad, the traffic can get really bad and people can panic and cause accidents, and there can be, you know, a lot of mayhem on the road. So as a plan B, if something happened to the vehicle, if like, I don't know, flat tire, or if there was a crash, or if something, you know, if someone crashed into me or I crashed into something, if there was a reason why I wouldn't be able to drive the truck, then I would have to go on foot. Now, part of this plan, which I haven't got all the way in order yet, is I have a bicycle. It's a mountain bike, type of a off-road mountain bike, type of a bicycle. It's not really in working order right now because we've been moving around and it's been out in the sun for a while, and the chain's a little rusted, and it needs tires and some other work to it. You know, I need to redo the brakes and a few other things. I mean, not redo them, but they need to be serviced. So I need to do a service on the bicycle, and I actually need to do that for all three of them. So I might do a video on servicing the bicycles later, but not right now. So eventually I'm planning to fix the bicycle and then just keep it in the back of my truck, except for whenever we decide to go on bike rides or whatever, it'll be here with me in the back of the truck. So I am planning to put it in the back of the truck so that if something did happen to the vehicle, that I would be able to ride the bike home rather than have to walk, because it's a pretty long walk. So another thing, I have mapped out the way home if I did have to walk, and the place where I work, I would be able to come out of that neighborhood, get onto a main road, and walk about a mile up the main road, and then it goes to a park that's actually a network of parks that parallels a canal, and that actually, there's a footpath that goes along the side of that canal, and it goes through the middle of town, but it doesn't actually go into town. It kind of goes through the town. So I would be able to take that walk path and hopefully avoid most of the city stuff that's happening, craziness that would be happening, and avoid a lot of people that way. Hopefully I can just go through that and not have to deal with any of that. And once I got, that would get me probably about halfway to my house. And then once I got to that point at a certain intersection, it would get back onto the main, and I could take that main road up probably about another mile, and then there's railroad tracks, and I could follow those railroad tracks all the way around and just avoid town completely and just go all the way around, and then that would get me to the start of the main road of the town that we live in. So I could just go, that would drop me probably about 7 to 10 miles from my house, and then it's just a straight shot up the highway and to my house. So I have mapped out a way, and I have a map in here, I'll break that out shortly, but I have mapped that out and it's already set up, and I've got a few places in there where I could get water if I needed to. And you'll notice that I don't have water right now, and the reason for that is because I always have a water bottle with me. I don't have it right now. It's at my work. I keep it with my at work and keep it clean and use it at work. So I have a water bottle, and that would be a major part of this set, especially with the heat out here. So anyways, okay, I'll start with this here. Oh, also, so you'll see I've got 3 sets of things here. So what this is these are the bags. This is what I would keep in my truck as the get home bag portion of it. These I keep in my truck anyways. This is just always in my truck, and also are my boots. Except for when I'm working, I use them when I work, but I always keep a good pair of boots in my truck. These are well worn in and good. My feet are comfortable in them. I'm comfortable walking and working in those boots. I have office shoes that I use at work, and they're good for shuffling around the house or in town getting groceries or whatever, in the office, but I would not want to walk or ride a bike for 60 miles in those shoes. They're not comfortable for that. I would rather have the boots. So I keep those in my truck. Also in my truck, I keep a hat. It's a standard safari type of hat. It's got the rim on it. Cover your face, cover the back of your neck. It's good for rain. We typically don't have rain except for monsoon. We get a little bit in the winter, but mostly it's during monsoon. If anything did happen in town, it would not be cool if it happened during monsoon. That would be bad. A lot of flooding and other issues that happen during monsoon, that would complicate matters. I mean, I could do it, but I'd rather not. I'd rather just do it on a regular day. So hat, sunglasses. This is just a standard fixed blade, full tang knife, and this is just a tool. That's all. If you needed to cut wood or cut rope or pry something, whatever, it's just a tool. So this is the one that I keep in my truck. I have another one like this that I keep in my go bag. So yeah, I keep that. And this has a belt loop, so it'll go on your belt, easy to carry. Those obviously will go on your head. The main thing about this type of stuff is you don't want to have a ridiculous amount of stuff. You don't want to be carrying 30 pounds of gear, especially if you're trying to ride a bike or trying to walk 60 miles inside of, 15 hours. So it's not good to carry ridiculous amounts of weight and gear. So I don't have a lot of water. I'll probably carry just a bottle, and again, I have spots on the map marked off where I could stop to get water. I do need to get a water key. They make those water keys, so if you come up to like a supermarket or an office building or whatever, they all have spigots that stick out of them, and they're typically for landscaping or whatever else, maintenance type of thing, and they all have a little square key. It's got a square notch in it, and the key goes in and turns, and you can turn the water on. I do not have one of those currently, but it's on my list, and I've been going to get one for a while. I just haven't gotten around to it. So with this heat kicking up the way it is, it's pretty toasty out there right now. I'm thinking I need to move that up on the list, so I'll give an update on the water key later. Anyways, so these I keep in my truck with the boots, usually under the seat or on the back seat, depending on what I've got going on in the truck. So that's what that is. This is my everyday carry. I got the cell phone. I got the Taurus G3 with the light, 600 lumens. Good, good. This has got the inside the waistband holster, so keep that. Usually this is in a bag, especially at work. I don't carry it around at work. It goes in a bag. This is the folding Gerber with the side clip. This goes on the belt loop. So that, now the belt loop will have this guy, and this goes on the inside of the belt. This also would hook onto the belt. It goes through here, and I would only hook this on my belt when I'm heading out, so in a bad situation. Otherwise it just stays in the truck. So this has a few different things in it. So here, let's see. This is an emergency blanket. I believe it's the reflective. Probably not necessary, but it gets a little bit chilly in the wintertime, and I'm assuming if something happened midday, I would probably have to go overnight and walk through the night, and depending on how cold it got or whatever, or I may have need for a blanket. So emergency blanket. This is just another folding knife, nothing major. Ozark Trail. Helpful though. I can't have enough of those. In here I've got AA batteries. So I typically keep flashlights, and this is good for the batteries. So just for the flashlight. So that's what's in this pocket here. And this thing folds out, and there's a few other things in here also that are good to have, just for to have. Yeah, so that just opens up. There's nothing really important in there. So in this one, I've got the compass in here. So this is just a standard engineering compass. Nothing major, just directional. So standard engineering compass. And this is the map. So this has got my whole route all the way home, all the little water spots, wherever I need to stop for that. This here, this is a monocular. Always good to be able to look, see what's coming, see what's down the road a ways. So it's good to be able to see if you need to. So keep that in there. And let's see what else. So also in here is a multi-tool, and this is not anything major. It's got your standard stuff on it, and then goes into the pliers. So just a standard multi-tool, nothing major. And I think that's all I got in here. So let me pull these out also. So that. Just small things, nothing really major. I'll move this over here so we can see what we're doing here. Alright, raise that, okay. Alright, so this is a fanny pack. That's right, it's a fanny pack. But it's coyote tan, so that makes it cool. Alright. Alright, so in this front bag here, got a flashlight, just nothing special, just a flashlight. And this one here, so this is a Baofeng radio, and I keep it in the plastic just to keep it so that it doesn't get any moisture in it. This is programmed for the emergency channels, and it also is programmed for the channel, the same channel. I've got 4 more of these set up. and it goes to the channel, so I'll be able to, so I'll be able to talk to my wife once I get in range, and other people if necessary. So got that in there, and that just screws off like that. So that is in there. And here, this is just a standard basic first aid, very basic. This is just a boo-boo kit. It's not set up to handle any major trauma or you know, anything really major. This is just your basic. So it's got I got tweezers in here, Q-tips, gloves, some sterile gloves. It's got your tongue depressors, your medical tape, antiseptic wipes, you know, and then you got bandages in here. Oh, this is all ointments, I think. Nope, this is bandages. I thought there was some ointments in here. Oh, yeah, yeah. And then there's some insect stuff, and then your triple antibiotic, that kind of stuff in here. And then this is your cold compress and your gauze and all of that stuff. So, I mean, it'll handle your basic boo-boos, scrapes, cuts, you know, keep it from getting infected. So that's your basic boo-boo kit right there. And then, let's see, on the sides here, so this is a headlamp. This is for nighttime hands-free. So if you're on the bicycle or walking, you don't want to have your hand full of flashlight. If you need to use both of your hands, it's good to have a headlamp for that. So, and then this one, this is your self-stick tape. So if you're walking or riding a bike and you sprain your ankle or roll it funny or whatever, you know, it's always good to have something to wrap it with, and it helps, especially if you're going for long distances. It's not fun to walk on a rolled ankle like that. So, and then here, this is just a pair of gloves, because there's a lot of pokey stuff and sticker bushes and whatever in the desert, and you don't want to be out in the desert handling things with your bare hands. So it's always good to have a nice pair of gloves. Now these are the rubber lined ones in here. So, and it's got the knit on the top. So that's what I got there. And I typically keep a couple of like snack bar, granola bar types of things, munchies, you know, trail mix type of thing. I would keep in here as well, but I don't have it in there right now because it's really hot. Something like that I would probably keep in my office and then just grab on the way out. So yeah, so this is what I would keep and suggest. I wouldn't suggest anything more than this. This is pretty much all you really need. Again, I don't expect, on a bicycle it's probably about 8-9 hours. On foot without a bicycle it's probably about 16 hours. But water's going to be the issue. So we're going to want to have that water key and a water bottle. So that's what I would do. You might consider a small, like if you could get a Sawyer Mini, one of the Life Straw ones, the small ones, that might be a good thing to keep in here as well. Just in case, I mean, if you wanted to filter the water. I mean, if it comes out of the spigot, it's probably not the best, but I don't think it'll kill you. So, I mean, just to get you home, you know. Yeah, so that's about it. Wish I had more for you today, but yeah, like I said, it's been a busy weekend. We've had a lot of stuff going on, so this is what I was able to stick together for a quick one. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. If you feel like our videos bless you, please share them out and get more views. It helps us out. Yeah, see you next week. Thanks for watching.